bop. Okay. That should have fixed it. Okay, it did. So I got sound. Yay, I got sound. Whoop-de-bergen-doo. I got sound. Okay, hold on a second. Why is that not? Okay. You can hear me now? Cool. Cool. I had to go back to my old Twitch channel so that I could broadcast this. And I forgot that that's the one that I had. I mean, I could untie it, but that's the one that I had the my Amazon Prime account tied to, because if you have Amazon Prime, once a month you can give anybody you want a free subscription, monthly subscription or whatever. And so I did that, and I gave that to Geek today, some random geek. So it'd be nice if he popped in. Give me a second here. I'm going to make one more post on the basin booking. No, I don't want that stupid ass reel. Go away. Okay. Let's see. Make this large for a second. Kaboingy. I don't know why. For some reason, I'm having a thing with Blue Sky where if I use the backspace to get rid of words or whatever, it'll backspace up to the edge of the left edge of the post, and then it won't go any further. It won't wrap around. I don't know why. Could be setting, could be whatever. I don't know. Let's see. So I posted that there. Oh, one more chat. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's the... Dang it, where the hell is it? There it is. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's all posted wherever, all the usual places I'm going to post my crap. So, whatever. You can look all that shit later. I don't have time for that right now. So, I am Siobhan O'Connor. This is the Siobhan O'Connor YouTube channel. Duh. I am going to be doing a little bit more. I've been on hiatus for a while, okay, and y'all know that. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more streaming, both on here and on Twitch. On Twitch, I am under Existential Cafe and Gaming. It's Existential _Cafe _ the letter N in lowercase _ gaming. That's the name of the channel. Today's stream is going to be a little different. I usually do a lot of politics or culture stuff or governmental or social or whatever, but today we're going to be doing a little bit of that in a way and not in a way. I couldn't go to the No Kings today, and I have problems with that anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I like to... I am a socialist, but I really don't care as much about the whole arguments online between this socialist leader or that socialist papers or socialism versus communism or whatever, whatever. I don't care about all that shit. All I care about in the end is, are people getting fed? Are people getting taken care of? Are people getting health care? Jobs, etc. Okay, because you still have a job in a communist society, you still have a job in a socialist society. You still own personal property in a socialist society. You know, so and then, you know, you have various forms, like there's democratic socialism, like with Zoran Mamdani in New York, etc. So, but again, we're not going to go heavily into the politics for this particular episode. This is a fundraiser, so I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to have a coffee burp. I'm going to be playing Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls. Yay! One of my... Okay, so I would say it's one of my all-favorite games. So far, it's not in comparison as far as length of play, but obviously the other game is far more expansive. But Elder Scrolls Online, which is basically Skyrim Online, okay, I have over 7,000 hours in that game. I played it for 7 or 8 years. That's my cats in the background if you hear all that noise. And I decided about a year ago that I needed a break from it. You know, I played every character class pretty much that I wanted to play. There's some that I just don't want to. Character type, because you can do a lot of different things in Elder Scrolls Online. I've beat the game many times. I have most of the DLCs, whatever, and it's like, you know, I need to step away from it for a while. So I tried a couple of different games. Poly is one that I like, and I have seen a few people that I follow. Queen Shut It Down is one, by the way. I can't do shutouts on this. Shutouts yet. So I'm going to put in the, let's see, whoops. I'm going to put that in the Twitch chat. That's her Twitch channel name, Queen Shut It Down. All one word, capital letters on the Queen, the shut, the whatever. Okay. So, you know, same thing for the YouTube. I don't have to reprint that, because it's spelled the same, whatever. Hold on a second. I'm checking my OBS and my YouTube. Where the frick are you? Let's see. There's Twitch. There's that one. Aha. Is it this one? That's a no. Okay, so it's not that browser. Oh, it is this browser. It's just a different page. Okay. Phoenix, hey. Getting ready for my local No Kings rally, but I shared. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. That's one of the difficulties I have, because I also haven't set up. You can have it set up to where I see the chat, but the chat includes YouTube and Twitch and anything else that I connect to, and I haven't done that yet, because, you know, I'm a bad toad, apparently. Not a bad frog, okay, because frogs aren't bad, especially in Portland, you know, but a bad toad. So, Phoenix Marine, a jarhead, who is one of my super best friends. They're an awesome person. Shout out to the golden one. They know who I'm talking about. Like I said, you know, thank you for popping in and sharing. I appreciate that. This is a fundraiser. It's a gaming stream. Okay, so I'm gonna have fun gaming. Okay, especially with one of my two favorite games, both in the same franchise. It's a fundraiser. I was tempted to play Sable, and I really love that game. Sable's a little more laid back, or Palia. I might do a stream of Palia next week. I don't know yet. I might just do charity streams on Saturdays, and, you know, and people want to put their name in, you know, to submit for me to add them to the charity stream or whatever. Right now, let's see. Let's put this in the one chat, and then I'll just copy paste it for the other one. So, whoops. Okay, so Indigenous is one of the two people that I'm focusing on today. I'm going to put You can go to my Facebook. You can also go to their Facebook. Okay, they have it pinned, I believe, on their Facebook for their GoFundMe. Joanna is a friend of mine that's been a friend for a little while, a day or two. She is disabled. She is queer. She has some other issues going on in her life, and she's not able to work, and just struggles from month to month to month. Okay, so this isn't a case of where, oh, we're going to send them $10 or $100 or whatever, and that's going to fix everything. It doesn't work like that in the real world, at least. Okay. So that's why I'm thinking about maybe just doing I can do a charity, another gaming stream at some other point, or whatever, my regular political show. But just doing a charity stream every Saturday, doesn't harm me any. Maybe I could run my political mouth first for an hour or two, and then after that do the charity stream. Something like that. I'll figure that out. Indigenous Joey is a person who lives out west, and they are kind of in a bind because, not kind of, they are in a bind, but it's kind of a weird bind because a lot of people will say, oh, well, you need to work if you're going to be on EBT and food stamps. You need to work. Okay, but in order to get food stamps at all, you have to be able to work. I think it's every single state is at least a minimum of 20 hours, okay, a week that you have to work in order to get ABT at all. Anything. I don't care if it's $5. Anything at all. Okay. Which is fine unless you're disabled. Okay, but here's the problem with disability in this country. It's nowhere near, two things. It's nowhere near as easy to get. Okay, it's easy to lose, but it's nowhere as easy to get, and it's also nowhere as I was going to say profitable. That's not the right word, but I guess profitable is okay. You're not rolling in the dough when you're on disability. Okay, now in the case of Indigenous, they went to court to apply for disability, which is what you do in this country. You don't go to like a friend of the court or a DHS court or whatever. I don't know if you go to a DHS court or not, but you go to get to see if you qualify for disability. And two, I believe it was, medical professionals involved with their case recommended that they be accepted for disability, and they were there in a wheelchair, and the judge said no. So first of all, we'll leave the biggest part aside for a second. First of all, okay, you show up in a wheelchair. Now, people could fake it, okay, but you show, again, for disability, really, you show up in a wheelchair, okay, number one. Number two, the judge made that determination without listening to anything that the two people involved with the case said, the two medical people said, without referencing or looking to anything else in any way, other shape or form, medical-wise. Another doctor, another, nurse, whatever, nothing. Okay, and so you have this judge who maybe they do take on a lot of disability cases. I don't know. I frankly don't care. They're not a doctor. They shouldn't be able to. They shouldn't be the ones to make that determination. So, in the meantime, Indigenous is not able to work 20 hours a week. They can only work a limited amount of hours a week. They can only work a limited type of job because of back issues and whatever. And I'm not talking like, oh, my back hurt a little bit. I'm talking like they had surgery. They use a wheelchair part of the time. They can only do certain things, period. So there's only certain jobs they can have, period. And one of the requirements for the job is that they can't stand up the entire time. They have to be able to sit down. I believe Aldi's allows their cashiers to sit on stools. I know for a fact Walmart doesn't. There's this whole I think partly it's the whole Puritan thing. You should work in order to be valuable to society or valued by society. Number one, but then also number two. If you're working, you're valued by society. If you're not able to, if you're sitting down, that means that you have an office job, because people in office jobs sit down. Okay, do they not deserve to be paid their salaries? I'm getting messages here, so give me a second. But do they did not deserve to be paid their salaries? Nobody ever says that, do they? Hold on. So, long shot of it is they didn't get disability, okay, which is a bunch of horse shit, but they didn't get disability. So, what are they supposed to do? Now, they have the ability in part to pay rent to some extent, okay, but there are limited amount of hours they can work, which is 12 a week, okay. One, ain't a whole lot of money, okay, number one. Number two, it's fast food, okay. Number two, that's not enough to qualify for EBT. So they struggle to pay rent and utilities, of course, okay. And then on top of that, what have they got for food? Okay. So that's why I'm doing this particular stream. If you go to their Facebook pages, and this was kind of on the spur of the moment, so I'm probably going to do it again next week. Aid stream, or a mutual aid stream, whatever you want to call it, charity stream. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to include both Joey and Joanna, but I'm going to probably add one or two more people. Okay. And I'll have their names on the screen and whatever. Just I was more prepared for that. My brain, ADHD, and I'm like, oh, I got to do it now. So, this is basically, you don't have to stay for the whole thing, okay? If you watched this, if you saw this prior, I mean after the stream is done and over with, you don't have to watch the entire thing, because it's going to be, it might be an hour long, it might be 6 hours long. I don't know. I have no plans on it. I've got no plans for tonight other than doing this. And if anybody has any questions. So it's also going to be kind of, I guess, why not, what the hell, an AMA. So you can ask me, that's what AMA stands for. Ask me anything. Hold on. Back scratcher. So you can ask me about, as long as it's within the bounds of not being a jerk. You can ask me about being trans. You can ask me about being Irish. You can ask me about being old. What's up, geekity geekity geek? Oh, speaking of which, geek, by the way, I used my brain fart. I used my Amazon Prime on my other account, and I gave you a subscription. So thank you for the alert, and thank you for the wish of a great stream. So let's just get to it. Okay, so that's what it is. Right now it's a charity stream. It's for Joanna and for Joey. And if anybody else wants to chime in with something that they want to be helped funded with, hit me up on Facebook, whatever. Let me know. I'm in fact, I'm going to put it. Give me a second here. I will put the name here. Because I'm so prepared, I'm a professional, as my cousin Jan would say. Okay, so copy. God, my eyesight sucks. Anyway, so let's hit the old post on that, and then where is the YouTube? Where's the YouTube from a modern YouTube family? What the heck? Okay, that's Twitch. Why is not... Oh, that's why. Okay. So, what's up, Beastie Beast? So, That's it right there. I also have the mutual page, mutual. I think it's called Mutual Aid uh, uh, Society or whatever the heck it is on that particular web on my site. Okay, and right now it's just got. I think it's just got Joanna and Joey on there, or it's Joey and Katie, one of my friends. I'm not sure who offhand. But you can go there, you can check it out. There's all my social media. That's why I'm not gonna like name all of it. There's um, Blue Sky and my Blue Sky cartoon and that cartoons I should say. And then I have 3 Facebooks. I have Siobhan O'Connor, I have Siobhan Raw and Unfiltered, and then I have a private group which is 426 Queer Street and Neurodivergent Apartments. Except that neurodivergent is abbreviated ND. Okay, and that's a private group, and that's it started out mostly friends of mine, and I get along with all of them. Everybody's there, but they're also it's a private group for queer people and neurodivergent people, and the both. Um, and it's very well. I'm the only one. I'm the only admin right now. There's only 100 people there, 102 people, something like that. It's very well. What's the word I'm looking for? Moderated, okay. And so are my other pages, but because my Siobhan O'Connor, my quote unquote personal page, is also a professional page, in the sense that I don't deal with Nazis, I don't deal with fascists, I don't deal with there's only 2 genders. I don't deal with people sea lining or just asking questions or debate me bros or any of that shit. I ain't got time for any of that horse shit, okay? I'm a senior citizen, and even if I had the time, I don't feel like taking the fucking time. That's another thing too. There's going to be the occasional profanity on this show, and if y'all don't like it, you can go elsewhere. There's all thousands of Twitch channels and YouTube channels, maybe millions of YouTube channels and whatever, I don't know however many there are, that you can do. So, blah, 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 long introduction, whatever. So let's get to the game. So, let me make sure that it didn't die out on me. It might have. It did. Because it's been so long since I was running my mouth that I have to reboot. It's not really reboot the game, it's reconnect to the server. So give me a second here. I will. Let me make sure that the sound works. Let's turn my sound up a little bit more because it was kind of low. Okay, let me see something here. That's a little loud. Okay, so the sound works there. That's fine. Okay. We're going to mute the tab. That's another thing you can do too, by the way. Where is it? Duplicate. No, I don't want that. Copy link, reload, duplicate, move. Why is this not? There. Okay. Just different browsers have different ways of muting things. Okay. So it's muted there. Oh, go away. And then let's see. That's Vivaldi. That is whatchamacallit. So give me a second here. Really? No, that's not the one I want. Like my cousin said, because I'm a professional. Okay, so Vivaldi has the Twitch. Did I shut those down? I guess I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Here we go. 2 Vivaldis. Okay. Beast, quoting Siobhan, fuck you, and fuck you. Yes, exactly. Wait till you see my character in action. Yeah. So, Diablo, I'm sure everybody knows the base part of the game right now. This particular version is Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, which is Diablo 3 plus an expansion. I also have Diablo 4, which I'm absolutely loving. But I want to get a little farther in that game before I do any streaming on it. So that way I don't have to, we're not going to go into, I'm not going to make a character on here. We're not going to do any of that shit. We're just here to have a good time and kill demons. Yay, demons. There's a lot of worldly demons too. So let's make sure I'm going to minimouse this. Okay, and then I'm going to use my OBS. Move this over here. Nope, that's not what I want. Stop. Okay. So, that's still working right. Okay, cool. So now, anyway, it says, my eyesight sucks. It says go through Ariat Crater and find the Tower of the Damned. Dun 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 dun. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Go away. So now you know
Thanks
that's...
to that demon hunter, you can finally get some rest.
I feel fine.
I can tell your bad knee is troubling you, love. She'll have to save the world without you.
My first thought when he said, I'll feel fine, is it's but a scratch. Or, Monty Python, when they're doing the bring out your dead. And the guy goes, you're gonna die. He goes, I feel fine. No, you don't. You'll be dead, stone dead in a minute. Alright, let's see. Let me check my stash. Ooh, looky, magical stuff. Yay! Okay, whatever. Let's go get ready to kill some shit. So, Mount which is, technically, I guess, where the Ark is supposed to be? Yeah, sure. Okay, so, look. So, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll make this a little bigger. I guess I can't. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Actually, that is a little loud.
That was just a taste. I thought there would be more.
Don't be killing me. I'm trying to turn my volume down. Okay. Let's see. You can see the outlines in the map there. Something. Whatever.
Maiden of lust, I have need of your ample services. Drag yourself out of whatever carnal corner of the burning hells you lounge in, and bring your daughters with you. Be wary. The enemy has proven to be both cunning and strong. But the mortals have always been using prey for you, have they not?
Yeah, whatever, motherfucker. Because I'm coming for your ass. You know that. So this is... Your fear betrays you. So this is a demon hunter. Let me show you. Okay. Ooh, spiffy crossbows. This one, I think that one does fire as well as whatever the other glowy thing is. And then this one I believe is cold. I cannot remember offhand. I don't care. They work. And like I told Indigenous earlier, we were talking about this. I've been playing this game for a while. My character's 38, level 38 or 39 or whatever the hell she is. I don't even know for sure what level she is. And I'm not even sure what skills I have because right now I've been kicking ass and taking names with just 2 skills. So, that'll work. So let's go back to blowing up some stuff. Pool of Reflection. This allows me, I will hit that in a minute. This allows me to, you know what? Let's do that first. Whatever, go away. I get a greater amount of experience points or something, yeah. So I have my regular left click mouse button, which is go away. I also have
That was just a taste.
no, I'm thinking Diablo 4 with that one. You can see I have a pet. I do, but it's in Diablo 4. It's not in this. Here, booga 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 booga. Here, monster, monster, monster. Well, that sucks. That dead ended. Unintended. Yay, gold. One of the things you can do in this game, the original Diablo, and I'm talking like way back, the original Diablo, okay? Remember there was a little boy called Wirt who had a artificial leg. And so in this game, this version, I guess, whatever, of the franchise, Tristram was long ago destroyed. He died. Oh. Look at the little electrical thing. See, what that is if you get wrapped up in those chains, you can get zapped. See, like right now, I just got hit with cold. I just got hit with cold or whatever. But you can also get wrapped up in, you know, lightning attacks. The only thing I don't like about this game is, let's see, should I go left or right? Let's go left, never go right. I should. The only thing I really don't care for in this game is that, oh shit, you bombing me. Yep, so that was kind of dead there, and I think this is get in here. Yep, okay. So it's pretty linear, you know, you just, you know, you can go take different paths like this way or this way, but you're pretty much going a certain direction or whatever in the lower areas. When you get into, like, the areas up above, like I showed you earlier, then you still have to go from point A to point B to get, oh look, a lot of it. You still have to go from point A to point B to finish your quest objective, but you have a lot more, at least visual freeway. Ooh, look, a chest. Yay, gold. And whatever that was. I have no idea. I can't read it. And I don't really care right now. I don't know, what level am I? 39. Yay, level 39. Okay. This down here is the experience bar. Okay. Level 39. Where is... That's OBS. Yes. Tria! Howdy. I have to flip that there. That way I can flip back and forth between the two chats. Because also, like I said, my eyesight sucks, and so I can't see all of them all of the time until I get it fixed. But I haven't been streaming, God, what, a couple months now? It's been a while. So, and I wanted to get back into it, and I figured this was a good way as any. If you know of anybody that needs assistance financially, okay. Wait a minute, where are you? Where are you, you little bastard? I don't care.
Feel my wrath.
Oh, I wish it was a... Oh, that's another ability I have. Basically a submachine gun, but it's a crossbow. Okay. if you know of anybody who is struggling financially, and you want to give them a shout out, feel free to do so. I am going to see if I can enlarge this. There's that. Okay. And then, I mean, I can, but whether or not it will be effective enough. There. Okay. There we go. So yeah, Beast, you know, when you said, you know, the fuck you, and fuck you, do you remember, you probably saw it because it was everywhere on the fucking internet, but that scene from, oh, what was the name of it? Thor's, Ragnarok, okay, where it's near the end, you know, and he comes down and, after he blasts hell with a gigantic,
You won't survive that!
yeah, whatever, shut up. He comes down and he blasts hell with a gigantic lightning bolt. And then he has to do that cinematic moment, you know, where the superhero moment where he's coming down out of the sky and he lands full of lightning and he's blasting people with lightning. There's one spot where he shoots the lightning off and it hits like 5 or 6 of them all at once. And from the sky, not from sideways. And it reminds me of a meme I saw where,
I am the hand
for some reason, it, you know, it was referencing God, okay, but it wasn't like necessarily pushing it on people, which is fine. Did you die? Like that, one meme of the guy goes, yeah, but did you die? Yeah, they died. Anyway, where it's referencing a bunch of fish, lightning is hitting like 5 or 6 different spots in the water, and God's like, yeah, fuck that fish, and fuck that fish, and pretty much kind of sort of the same thing. Until you get close, like close, ooh, a chest. Until you get close, so to speak, there's no way to tell unless you're halfway through and you go back to town to sell items or whatever. There's no way to really tell how far you are from your objective or where you're going with it. Like this, you go away. This here could go off to absolutely nothing. It could go off to exactly where I want to go. I don't know. And I won't know. Other than like a general rule of thumb. Demon summoner, blah 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 blah. How much magical stuff I got? Oh, hardly nothing. One of the things you can do as you get farther into the game hold me again, motherfucker. See what that did to you. So I know some people have told me that they are, you know, that they stopped in or whatever, you know, to give a shout out type of thing, but that they're going to the No Kings protest, okay? And I know I've been negative about it. I don't want to be completely negative about it. My problem is that if you're trying to do something, which they are, okay, a lot of them, most of them, I would say. If you're trying to do something, can you do something that's effective? I mean, maybe I'm being too pessimistic, I don't know, but my thing is anything going to change Monday? I wake up Monday morning, is anything really going to be changed from this protest? Now, some people have responded to me with that, and it's sort of valid. When they say, well, you know, this isn't the only protest that we've got planned or whatever, and that's fine, but if all of your protests do nothing, I can't say, you know, that you shouldn't protest, but it just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. Okay. You know, but I think a lot of that. Yeah, do you want more mother? I think that has to do more with my distrust and disgust. Oh no, fire! Distrust and disgust of the Democratic Party. I am not a Democrat. I am a socialist, as many of you all know.
Quickly now, show them what you're capable of.
Love my crossbow Uzi. Love my crossbow Uzi. But I'm distrustful of the Democratic Party. We've had too many times. Ooh, look at that. I'm not sure what that is, other than it's a head, maybe. I guess, I don't know. Anyway, Democratic Party. I'm distrustful of the Democratic Party for good reasons. A lot of them have voted with Republicans when they didn't have to. Here's the thing. Pause. Here's the thing. Okay, like with the NDAA, the last time they voted for it. Okay. 81 Democrats voted with the Republicans. One of my biggest problems, not the only one, okay, because it's not just all about me, but one of my biggest problems with that vote for the NDAA was that there was a transphobic amendment. It was already in there to begin with. There was already a transphobic amendment in there. Okay, great. Now we got to go back up.
Bereft of sin, hatred, and terror.
There was already a transphobic amendment in there. Okay. Indigenous says, the No Kings Railing, my predominantly little white Christian town starts in an hour and a half. If I could go, I would, but I both don't have the attire or spoons to go. Yeah, same here. I can't physically go. I can't physically go. I wish I could. I know it kind of, you know, I've said this before, that every single person in America, every single one, Donald Trump, whoever, doesn't matter. Donald Trump, Hakeem Jeffries, Joe Schmo on the street, doesn't matter. Every single one, if they live long enough, they'll become disabled in some way, shape, or form. Whether mental disabilities, you know, invisible disabilities, people like to call it, physical disabilities, or both. So 10 years ago would have been 2015, and I was working then, and busting my ass. I was doing pretty good for my age. I was 55, but busting my ass. Of course, I was taking a good amount of Tylenol, but you know, that is what it is. Let me check my map here, because this is okay. So I guess I got to go up and down. I almost closed the game out. I wish I had the mobility and the strength and the mobility, the strength, the dexterity, the not pain-free, but higher resistance to pain. I wish I had that now. What I did then. Punk. But I don't, you know, so I can't attend these protest rallies. Much as I want to some extent. Like I said, I have dogged on, and rightfully so, the some aspects of the No Kings protest. This way, I guess. Aha! I have dogged on some aspects of the No Kings protest, but if something good comes of it, I'm all for it. And if something good comes of it, I will not only give kudos to all the people who showed up, because I'm sure it's millions, literally millions, but I will take back what I said about the protest, 100%. Oh, whatever, shut up. Yeah, blah, 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 you're gonna kick my ass, blah, 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 blah.
Your time is done. You will find only death in my realm.
Yeah, well, I've died before, so okay, motherfucker. This character's died many times. Let's try this way. Aha, see? Now as I get closer, you got that little indication there. But like I said, if something good comes out of it, like maybe say, even if it's just that we plan, people plan another one next weekend, and then they start doing it every weekend, and more people join, and more people join, maybe, okay. My question, my query, my fear is that if, because I know I've seen some mentions about Proud Boys wanting to show up, I've seen different places, I've seen some mentions about Oath Keepers and whatever, different right-wing groups wanting to show up and counter-protest and whatever, plus the fact that the cops themselves, the fascist thugs that they are making it worse. And that's another thing that gets me about the Democrats is this whole Gavin Newsom thing where, oh my God, Gavin Newsom is cool and he's trashing on Trump. Well, his social media manager sure is, and doing a good job, don't get me wrong, okay. But this is the same guy who came on to the Charlie Kirk podcast twice and said transphobic things and agreed with Kirk. This is the same guy who with his own hands had pictures photo-op done of himself destroying homeless people's property. So, fuck Gavin Newsom. And I tell you right now, Democrats, if you anoint Gavin Newsom as your next and greatest, great white hope, you're going to lose the elections again. And I don't mean the presidential election, although that will. But I'm talking about if by the end of or like maybe say a month prior to the election, which would be September of next year, October, okay, so we'll say October of next year, if by then it's pretty clear that the Gavin Newsom is going to be the Democratic nominee for president in 2028, I would rather have a Chris Murphy or a Mallory McMorrow, from here in Michigan. Chris is from Connecticut. But if Newsom is going to be the one, I can guarantee you that the Democrats will lose again. Not just in the presidency, but in the House and Senate seats. Because people are tired of the same old shit. And I know, and I understand where they're coming from. I know a lot of people, because I used to be right-wing, I know a lot of people on the right have made that same claim. We're tired of the same old shit. We want something different. Well, they got something different. Look how well that did for them. Okay? So, we have to be careful on the left, and by the left I include Democrats in any way, shape, or form, okay, that claim they're left anyway. Lefty Democrats, socialists, communists, NCOMs, whatever, okay? We have to be more careful about who, if we're going to advocate to vote for someone, okay, at all, if we're going to advocate to vote at all, we have to be more careful about who we pick. Zoran Mamdani is a great example. He's a democratic socialist. He's had to back off on a couple of his socialist ideals. He didn't do it completely, but a little bit. And yet the Democratic establishment in New York and otherwise, Obama, Hillary Clinton, these people want to support Andrew Cuomo because he's nothing but an establishment Democrat and he's nothing but Trump light. That's all he is. Tria says, I feel like, and by the way, is it Tria or Tria? Like Tria Teal or Tria Teal says, I'm tabbing in and out because I'm trying to grind to get the new mount. It's a rainbow bush, and my silly gay self needs it. There you go. What game, by the way? Um, and yeah, I would love. I've talked and talked and talked till I'm blue in the face with Joey about the rainbow goblins. Oh my god, I wish I could get a rainbow goblin in this game. It would be so hilarious because when you get a rainbow, what happens when you get a regular goblin, a treasure goblin? Okay, and there's like 3 types of goblins. I forget what the third one is. You get a treasure goblin. If you attack it and kill it quick enough, it spouts out a lot of gold and magical treasure. If you get a rainbow goblin and you kill it quick enough, it opens up a little portal, and you go to basically Rainbow Brightland, where there are rainbows and there are Final Fantasy 14 and Tria. Okay, thank you. So there are rainbows and there are unicorns and there are teddy bears, and the unicorns and the teddy bears are demons and they're trying to kill your ass. Okay, but you get a lot more treasure and magical treasure. So I'm really hoping to get one of those, but you know, it's not going to be easy. So, all right. So we're here. Do we need to go to town? Probably. I mean, I don't have to. Hold on a second. Let me get my punk ass cat off the shelf. Yeah. So let's go to town. Okay.
I need to go back.
I need to go back, I do. Off right. Off right, Joey. That's an inside joke between me and Indigenous. Okay, so we're gonna go to Mr. Merchant, which is over here somewhere. There he is. Okay. Here I come. Save the day. So let's see. First of all, I don't use bows. Okay, and all this plain stuff, I'm just not keeping. So let's see. 179 regenerates 209 life per second versus 2 sockets. I forgot to even put anything in the sockets. You know what? I think I'm going to keep that one, but I'm going to put something in the socket. So, getting rid of that, whatever that is. This is, yeah, no. Okay, Magical Ring says 8 to 12 damage, plus 87 dex. This is 69 dex, is one of the rings I have now. And regenerate. So that one regenerates 128 life. Go away, bug. Okay. And that one, vitality. So yes. Okay. So make sure I'm selling the right one. Yep. Okay. Whether it's a red X, I can't use it. It's a wrong character class or whatever. Okay. A belt, 91. Grenade damage, I don't use grenades, so, what is this? A Templar Relic. Oh, so you have different, I wish I could get one for my class, but you have different, magic items that your NPC, who's traveling with me, can use. Okay, she's not a Templar though. Okay, so 2 sockets, 87 dex, 8 whatever vitality. Increases spike trap damage. I don't care about that. Golden health. No, that's not worth it. Okay, and last but not least, ooh, rare hand crossbow. Fast attack, reduces lightning damage, reduces all resource costs. It is, what do you call it? Socketed. Let's see. 150 dex. Because if I was going to put the socket in there, it would only give me 40 dex, and that's all I want. So no, I don't want it. Okay, so then we go to Mr. Stash. Alright. A relic. Okay. This is a page for all my gems and stuff. So let's see, I need dex for that. I thought there was something else I had that had a socket in it. Nope. There is an item you can get on later in the game, and it costs you a lot of money each time, and more money each time you do it, but you can put sockets in items. Let's see. Okay. So there we go. Whoops. Crap. It's not what I wanted to do. Can I do this instead? That was a mistake. I wanted to do the teardrop, not the round one, because it gives me a greater dex bonus. But, oh well. Shite happens. There is a way to take those out, but I don't remember what it is offhand, and I'm not worried about it right now. So, let's go kill some shit. No, 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 go away. Come with me to the Casbah. That's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go here. So now, this is Tower of the Damned level 1. Dun 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 dun. Charge. Dun 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 dun. And somewhere here, see now, like this guy.
These poor things live in eternal torment.
Whatever. That's Spider Queen. That's one of the two that I have to kill in this. I don't remember if it's the first hall or the second hall. She's the final boss for that. And then the third one, it's Asmodean himself. He's the final boss. So, Eternal Torment, blah, blah, blah. There we go. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Let's see. I'll be killing you today.
That is a powerful foe over there. Sweet revenge. A mighty foe has fallen.
A mighty foe has fallen. Whatever. Okay, so, whoops, let's go get that heart. Let's see. Let's go down this way. I get more of these things as I go up in levels. I will get more of the you know what, since it's that close, hold on. I gotta turn this down a little bit. It is kind of loud on my end. It's not, may not be loud on your end, but it's loud on my end. Okay. So as I get farther along, I will have more and more powerful creatures to defeat. I also have oh, shut up. What you see on the screen, although accurate, go away. What you see on the screen, although accurate, isn't the standard colors. I am slightly colorblind with red and green. So, really, motherfucker? I got your boot right here, ass. Aw, did you die? Tisk, tisk. Where are you? Ooh, level 40. Yay! Grenade cache. I don't care about grenades. I don't care the slightest about grenades. Custom engineering. Whatever the hell that is. Did I just hear a goblin? Yes, I did. Shit, I was hoping it would be Rainbow Goblin, but it wasn't. But I got something orange. Yay, orange. Orange is like the highest level of magic in the game. Magic gear, I should say. What did I get that was orange? Oh, I have to... It's a legendary ring.
I did not know better. I would call this some lurid dream. Too terrible for a witch.
So what does the ring do? 118 dex, 112 vitality. Critical hit increases by 2.5. Lightning damage has a 29% chance to stun for 15 seconds. which is good because one of my left mouse ability. Let's see, regenerate 126. Where do I want to lose the mouse? This one. Yep. Okay. So yeah, I don't completely devalue everything that they're trying. I don't devalue what they're trying to do, what they want to do, with the whole no kings thing. My thing is, like I said, you know, what's going to change Monday? Is anything going to change Monday? If it is, that's fine, cool, dandy. If it isn't, why not? What can we do to enact that change? Here, booga, 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 booga. Ooh, look. No, that's... Oh, that's right. These are concentric circles. Yay! So now we gotta go to level 2. Tower of the Damned, level 2. Dun 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 dun. Ooh, look.
Your
There's a chest.
presence pleases me. Every step brings you closer to my embrace.
This demon is very strange.
She got the hots for me, I guess. Yeah, there's supposed to be a what do you call it? A protest in this town too. Little rinky-dink town. Now I doubt that there's going to be the one in the town north of us, which is the one that I is actually my hometown when I was born in, whatever. But this is a college town, so with all that generally entails, I'm not going to do it now, but I am going to look once I get done with the play session. I'm going to look for anything that has happened around here, etc. It's like when they first started doing the BLM protests, okay? They actually had a BLM protest here, which I was surprised, okay? Very peaceful protest. The cops did not overstep. They were there, I guess, just in case. But am I going the right way? I think I'm going the right way. Yeah. But they didn't do anything. They didn't step out of line. And I'm not, you know, my opinion of cops, and that hasn't changed. Okay. But there are times that they're not as assholeish as others. For example, last summer, 2025, we had Pride here, okay? And so it was the first time that we had any sort of counter-protest at the Pride here. It's the 4th or 5th year I think we've had Pride, and haven't had anything like that until this last year. And had some hate preacher, because that's what he was, didn't you explode? You exploded. Anyway, we had a, let me pause this for a second. We had a hate preacher show up, and so this guy, I'm guessing is maybe his mid-30s, close to 40, and then he had some young kid with him that was holding up a sign that was like, you know, God tells you to repent, and blah, 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 you know, Bible verses, whatever. I don't care. I don't care what the Bible says. I don't care at all. So, I'm not looking for confrontation, normally, but I'm not going to bow away from one either. So he's got a bullhorn, like a portable amp, whatever, with a bullhorn, right? So he's just loud, loud, loud. So people are generally ignoring him, okay? And he's on the sidewalk where he's allowed to be, okay? Not in the street. interfering or whatever. So there were 3 times that I saw him. That was the first time. And I walked up, and for about 10 to 15 minutes, I stood there literally this close from him, okay? Less than a foot and a half, okay? Right in his face. I'm right on the edge of the curb. He's, maybe 6 inches, whatever, a step back, okay? And he kept misgendering me intentionally, okay? Like trying to get me to react to it, which I ignored him, okay? Then I started singing, and my coworkers at Walmart, who may or may not ever see this, but will know what I'm talking about. I started singing, "This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend." Anyway, so I sang that literally for like, whoops, get out of the way, for like 10 minutes straight. And, no pausing, for breath, obviously, but other than that, there was no, there was no, 2-3 minute pause in between each one. I just kept doing it over and over and over and over, repeating, whoops, get back here. Repeating, and loud. Because, I spent time in the military, okay, 4 years, and I'm not saying I'm gung-ho or I'm Billy Badass, or in fact just the opposite, anything like that in any way, shape, or form. Ooh, look, level 3 coming up. That's the final one for this. So, whatever. God, I hate spammers. Hold on. I blocked them. Anyway. So, and I sang for like 10-15 minutes, okay. Well then, I've been there for about an hour, and I'm usually good for about 2 hours in public, before people. So I'd been there for about an hour, and he was still, blatting away, whatever. But he was a little louder this time, and I thought, So, and then I saw some really good friends of mine that were there, that I hadn't seen them yet. I don't know how long they'd been there, but I'm guessing, maybe 15, 20 minutes prior to me seeing them. Okay, so he's here on the sidewalk where he can be, okay. I'm back a ways here, halfway across the street. My friends are between me and him. And there's 2 people standing there holding this huge banner, which comes up to about the guy's chest level, so we couldn't, we weren't like blocking view, right? That says "Love is Love" or something like that, whatever it was, I don't know. Okay, so I started walking towards him. And my friends kind of stepped up. They didn't like step right in my path, but kind of like they were going to walk up to me. Seeing the look on my face, they're like, "Oh, we're not going to talk to her yet." So I'm walking right straight towards the guy, looking dead right in his eyes. And there's a cop standing there talking to him. And apparently, coffee break. Apparently, he must have thought that I was going to be a little bit obstinate. That's not the word I want. A little bit confrontational. So he holds his hand up and he goes, "It's okay, we got this." I said, "Okay." And I stood there, my hands folded, okay, and just watched him. And I just kept calling him coward, coward, coward. I mean, not quite that soon, but every 30 seconds or so, just calling him coward, looking him right dead in the face. Okay, so our pride is 2 blocks. Okay, 1 block is like all the booths, the face paintings, the little games, and whatever. Okay, the next block is all the food stuff, because you got to have food at Pride. Okay, you got to have food at any kind of celebration. There was a taco truck. There was this year there was there was the taco truck. There was a sandwich truck, like subs. Okay, there was oh my God, they were so good. And I did end up getting one, but because I remember them from last year. They were sloppy joes, but this was a Big Mac sloppy joe. which was really cool. Everything you could get on a Big Mac, except I hate lettuce. But they did put cabbage on there for me. And there's like a Italian ice truck, and there's a popcorn truck, and there's a whatever, right? So I'm standing there in line, waiting for the Italian ice, and I see Schmuck Boy walking along the sidewalk, which again he's allowed to do. Okay, excuse me, sorry, coffee burp. With his little acolyte in tow, still holding up the sign. Look at our hate! Look at our hate! And rendered his mouth off. Okay. And I saw him coming up on the sidewalk behind the truck, and the truck is like maybe 3-4 feet from the sidewalk. Okay, a little bit of an angle. So I stepped to the side, not even really paying attention to or not really caring who was in front of me. Okay, I stepped to the side, and oh, shut up. Yeah, whatever. So I stepped to the side, and to the side of the outside of the truck, so to speak, the hood of the truck, okay, to wait for him to come by, okay. And I forget what the phrase is. I think it's sin que tal, sal que tal, something like that. It's basically get the hell out of here. But I said sal que tal pendejo. Not realizing that the woman in front of me was a Latina, she turned around, looks at me, and starts laughing, and then starts saying the same stuff to him. Okay, so we're trading insults in Spanish back and forth to this guy, which I thought was just freaking hilarious. A couple I didn't know, which she told me. Okay, I don't remember what they were now, but they were complimentary. And they also, like, we had drag queen dances there and whatever, and the whole 9 yards. Now, a long time ago, I mentioned, by the way, again, this is a charity stream, so there is, I'm going to put the name in the chat. I think I'm spelling it right, Joey, so feel free to correct my spelling. So while I'm doing this, I'll get into that. These two individuals are...
All the pain and suffering you're enduring. You must be dying to meet me.
You've been eating dead things again. So, where was I? Talk about the Schmuck Boy. Oh, it's Joey Taksha-Hushte and Joanna Roberts. If there's anything that I spelled wrong or whatever, Joey, let me know, because sometimes I do. Let's see. Tria says, oh my god, I love it. The mount is actually from the in-game Rainbow Land of the Fae. Oh wow, that is awesome. I had the subscription, I think it's subscription, for over a year. Because remember I said I played ESO for over 7,000 hours, over 8 years I played ESO. And I took a break from that in that 4 years in, I took a break for about a year from it, and I played Final Fantasy 14 online and loved it. Thought it was awesome. So Diablo franchise will always be my favorite franchise, but I like other video games too. Mostly MMORPGs or ARPGs. I'm not really up for like first-person shooters and stuff like that. ARPG, MMORPG, for those who don't know, is like World of Warcraft. You know, you create a character. It's like this, except that you play with other people. You can do that too with this, I believe. You can do it with LAN, which is like a private server, whatever. I don't remember. I don't have any interest in doing that, but it is possible to do, to put it that way. Let's go to the left. And we always go left. We never go right unless we have to. Really? Really, really? Really, really? Y'all thought you were badass. You ain't about shit. I have, let me think. For probably 10 to 15 levels now, my character, and I'm not saying that it's invulnerable or whatever, you know, because, you know, I get swarmed enough, you know, with enough badass bosses, it'll toast my character. But you know what? Oh shoot! Thanks. I mean, I would probably be able to survive those, but
She's starting to make my head ache.
oh, shut up.
The chains tear at their flesh. I hear their screams. Such sweet music.
You can also in this particular version. Wait a minute, or is it in 4? It might be in 4, and in this one, but maybe not in this one. But I know you can in 4. You can like color your certain items. You can't, but in general, you can color your armor certain colors. And uh-oh, fire! Here, master.
You are so eager. I suppose I should introduce myself. I am Severe, maiden of light.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I don't care, whatever. You're lucky your little punk ass allows, the game is doing this. It's not,
How invigorating. Play with my daughters. I didn't wish to tire you out.
oh, I'm going to play with them, all right, but not the way you like. Aw. Did your daughter Waters die? Tisk, tisk. Sin heart.
I can feel the blood hemorrhaging from her sin heart. You will pay for this.
So, do you take American Express or just Venmo? So, we were back to the charity stuff. Okay, so, Joey and Joanna, okay, they're both disabled. I don't know the exact extent, and it doesn't matter. They both have disabilities, okay. Well, I guess, yep, I gotta go down and fight the badass. So, they both are in dire straits to where they need, whoops, I didn't, there. They both are in dire straits to where they need financial assistance to survive. And I know a lot of people say, and rightfully so, okay, I need help too, and a lot of people do, don't get me wrong.
So close now. So close.
Whatever. So close now, so close. Think you're badass, huh? They need help with utilities, they need help with food. Like I said, Joey is, because they're not technically disabled, they still have to perform the work requirements, but they can only work X amount of hours a week, and they're already working 12, and that's pretty much what they can do. So, what the hell do you expect them to do? I know. Let's just let them starve to death. Here's my thing. Okay, so you got, for example, these two people. Okay, disabled individuals, and I don't know what, if any, health insurance or any type of health care that they have. Okay, and it doesn't matter at this point. My point is this. Let me clear away a little bit. I don't know what kind of health care that they are able to get, but there's a lot of people who are going to get cut off Medicare and Medicaid in the coming months. There's a lot of people, especially after the elections, and it was deliberately planned that way, so that people would still want to vote for the Republicans to keep them in power, or Republicans light, meaning Democrats, but vote for the GOP to keep them in power. And those effects, the majority, some are, but the majority of the effects for cutting Medicare, cutting Medicaid, cutting, benefits, whatever, aren't going to happen until after the 2026 elections. Gee, I wonder why that is. It's because people aren't going to want to vote for these assholes once they realize even more, because right now you've got, and understandably so, new event. Okay. Cleanse the cursed chest. Whatever. Okay. You've got people who are what was I talking about? Healthcare. So you have people who are suffering, not getting the healthcare that they need, and then what healthcare they do have is going to be cut even further, or cut out entirely. And you have people who are still wanting to support Donald Trump and the GOP. Now, the majority of it, I'm sorry, but the majority of it is because they're racist, just flat out. Okay. Oh no. Come on, give me some. There we go. I need the energy to run my. Aha. How about that? So you have the people who are still supporting Trump, but you've got farmers, you've got look at all the money. You got farmers, you got all these people. What kind of? Oh, I got plenty of room yet. People who still support Trump. Then you have the people who were supporting Trump, but aren't going to be in the future. Why do I say that? Because, again, they're going to be cut off Medicare, they're going to be cut off Medicaid, they're going to have the benefits, whatever benefits they do have, reduced. Well, this is a dead end. Yep. Those people now, and I'm not saying that because that happens that they're suddenly going to become lefty socialists and whatever. That's not the case, okay? But those people are going to be ticked off, and rightfully so, at the GOP. Now the GOP has done somewhat of a good job, oxymoronic term, if ever there was one, but somewhat of a good job in messaging. Insofar as trying to blame the Democrats for all the stuff that they're doing. Okay. They're trying to blame the Democrats for the government shutdown. And in one sense, they're not wrong. Okay. Technically, they're not wrong, and I'll explain why in a second as soon as I kill this stupid-ass worm and his friend. Go away. Okay. Because in order to get the budget passed, you need 60 votes in the Senate, not 51, 60. Okay, or you could get 50 and have J.D. Vance, the couch bucker, do the tiebreaker. But you need 60 votes, okay, for a budget bill to pass. So the Republicans are saying that it's not passing because of the Democrats. The problem is that what they want to pass isn't good for the American public, but the GOP are pretending that it is. Okay, oh, well, you're not getting your benefits, or you're not getting this, or you're not getting that, you're not getting paid because of the Democrats. What the GOP wants to do is, again, to add more cuts to the average Americans, poor American, I should say, the average poor Americans, health care, cut to their health care, cut to their benefits, cut to their Social Security benefits. They can't cut the Social Security amount yet, but they can cut the benefits that they get. Okay, health care or whatever else. Okay, and they want all that cut. Okay, because that's how they are paying for the tax cuts. That's what they want. They want these tax cuts to go through. Okay. Oh shit! That's a evil cloud. What is this? Increased movement and whatever. I don't care. So that's what they want to do. Is they want to make a bunch of cuts to pay for these tax cuts.
You won't survive that.
Oh, shut up. And so that's the biggest struggle right now between in the Senate, between the Democrats and the GOP. And I think, I can't say for sure because I have made some political predictions before in the past and been wrong. Okay, about who's going to win a vote or whatever. Okay, so I think that the GOP is going to try to get this over on the Democrats and try to get this passed. I'm hoping that it won't get passed. Okay, and hoping that people are going to stop falling for this whole, well, it's all the Democrats and the Democrats are doing this and the Democrats are trying to, give money to illegals and blah blah blah. And okay, so first of all, as has been said by many people, ain't nobody illegal on stolen land. Okay, number one. But number two, even aside from that, okay, if you're still voting for the Democrat or the Republicans and you make less than $200,000 a year, okay, so let's take that $200,000 a year. Give me a second here. I was trying to talk. So you get $200,000 a year. Okay, so a good rule of thumb when you're talking about yearly salaries and converting it to hourly is that every $2 an hour, or every $2,000, okay, of a salary equals $1 an hour. So if you make $20,000 a year, this is before taxes and all that stuff. Okay, you make $10 an hour. If you make $15 an hour, you make $30,000 a year. Okay. Which, a lot of people are like, oh my God, $15 an hour, that's, high and blah, 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 and whatever, okay. Whoops. Oh, almost killed me. Motherfucker. Anyway, so if you make $15 an hour, that's $30,000 a year. Okay. I know a lot of boomers. I'm a boomer. I know a lot of boomers like, oh my God, $15 an hour, that's a lot of money. You know what? It ain't shit. Okay? You ask someone who A, knows what the fuck they're talking about, okay, and B, look at the actual numbers. Not just, oh my God, $15 an hour. There are still states in the United States, and I can't believe I have to say this. There are still states in the United States, Oklahoma is one, and I have family in Oklahoma, where it's still only $7.26 an hour for minimum wage. I know because one of my family members 2 years ago was working that job because that's all she could find, $7.26 an hour. How's she going to feed her family? Oh, whatever. Shut up. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you've been eating dead things again off the side of the road. So, if you make that much, okay, like I said, you're definitely not rolling in the dough, okay? And much as, like I said, boomers might want to claim that it is, okay, it's just not. $15 an hour ain't worth jack shit. Okay. Let's break it down. Okay. So let's say, for example, that you're talking about your $15 an hour, it's 30 grand a year. Okay. So 30 grand a year. Now, so your normal income tax, okay, deductions, if you're claiming one, okay, are about 20%, 20 to 25%, okay, which is far, far higher than Bill Gates or Elon Musk or any of the other multi-millionaires and multi-billionaires in this country. But anyway, 30 grand a year, okay. 20% of that is 12 grand. So right off the top, you're down to 18 grand a year, okay. And that taxes includes, like Social Security tax and whatever. Okay, so 18 grand a year. Okay, so 18 grand a year, that's cool. That's a lot of money, right? That is basically roughly $1,500 a month. Okay. Rent an apartment, let alone buy a house. Rent an apartment for less than $1,000 a month. You could do it, maybe. Be a rat trap, but you could do it. Okay. So let's say it's $1,000 a month. Okay, so there you go, $1,000 a month off the top. Boom, done. Rent. Okay. So now you have $500 a month left. You gotta pay utilities. Let's say that they're on the low level. Okay. $100 for electric and $100 for heat in some way, shape, or form, whether it's electric or gas or whatever. Okay. So that's $200. So that's out the window. So now you're down to $300 a month. Okay. $300 a month is $10 a day. Okay. Sounds cool. Until you have to buy clothes for work, or you have to buy dish soap and shampoo and whatever for your household. And we're not talking like buy $50 a bottle shampoo either. Okay. So it basically isn't jack shit. That's for a single person. So now what if you're a single mother or father? Okay. And you're trying to make it on that. Daycare in this country, see right now I watch a relative's granddaughter 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Okay. Tower of a Curse level 1. So I watch this child.
I do hope you're not in over your head.
Oh, shut up.
You should be so disgusting.
So I do watch this child 5 days a week. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what I get, and I'm not going to tell you the exact amount, but the baby mama, okay, is working. Okay, she's working full time. Okay, she's making, for this town, she's making a pretty good wage. Okay, and yet the daycare. First of all, she couldn't find a daycare in this town because it's a college town. There's a lot of people with kids, so daycare is snapped up like that. Number one. So she had to find a daycare in a town 30 miles north. Okay. So that means that because she works here in town, okay, when she comes to town to work in the morning, she was having to take her kid 30 miles north and then back to drop them off in the morning for daycare, and then 30 miles north and back at night to pick them up, plus going back and forth to her home. Okay, she lives out of town. So just the daycare alone travel, she was putting an extra 600 miles a week on her vehicle, plus the cost of daycare. So my watching this child saves them a large amount of money. They're trying to get, they do have option to get a house. They're trying to get it, it's damaged, so they're trying to fix it up so that they can, do the whole rent to own and whatever to try to get this house, to purchase it, etc. I do have a GoFundMe out for them as well. It's on my Siobhan O'Connor Facebook page. But she's busting her ass. She's doing what she's supposed to do. She's working. She has somebody for daycare, me, that she trusts. The kid is awesome. They have been, I've shown very limited, but I have shown a few videos slash images or whatever on my Facebook of her. She's doing what she's supposed to do. She's living the American dream, okay? But she ain't making jack. She ain't making $15 an hour. She ain't making jack shit. How's she gonna survive? Indigenous says Delilah's a cool little kid too. Look at Dodie, I running. She calls Joey Dode, which is adorable. She's 2. Okay, absolutely phenomenal kid. Her mom and her dad are good people. They're just, they're struggling. They're trying to get by. They're trying to get better for themselves to make a home. You got winter coming, okay, and they're living in a camper right now, etc. So, let's see. I'm gonna put her name. Give me a second here. In Twitch and in the YouTubes, okay? And you look for this name on my page, and you'll see her GoFundMe that I've set up for her, okay? So people are struggling, okay? And it's because, some of it's, just the economy, okay? Capitalism, yay, okay? So I understand that, okay, that, people would be struggling regardless of, look, motherfucker, you know what?
My training has paid off.
Ooh, level 41, yay! I don't even know what skills I have anymore. I don't know. I just have fun. I don't care about, I told Joey, we were talking about earlier, there's, people like, oh, look, you can do this to speed run and whatever, and, you can get through the whole game, and, I spent $40 for this game. It's the game pack, okay. I spent $40 for this game. Why would I want to rush through it, okay, other than, one, ooh, look how badass I am. I beat so-and-so's time. I don't give a shit like that. I'm not competitive like that. I'm competitive with myself, but not with other people. And I don't, hold on a second. Just back to me while I'm trying to talk about shit. So anyway, I have the GoFundMe for her. I have the GoFundMe for Joey set up. I have the stuff for Joanna set up. People are struggling in this economy, and I try to help out. I mean, I'm only on Social Security. That's the only income I have. I mean, I have a sticker shop, and I have books on Amazon and whatever, but they don't sell that much because I don't publicize them that much. My fault. Okay. But I try to help when I can, because I do get EBT, so I try to help when I can, but I can only help so much. But for example, I wish it were this way, but you have, I'm on Blue Sky as well, okay, and I'm on Blue Sky under two names, okay. I'm on Blue Sky under Siobhan O'Connor. Die, you sucker. Anyway, I'm on Blue Sky under Siobhan O'Connor, and then I'm also on Blue Sky under the Existential Cafe, which is the name of my comic strip. Okay. I know I gotta go this way, right? Yeah. And I wish, now granted, I know some of them are, oh shit, I went the wrong way. Some of them are bots and whatever, you get that with any social media, but I have over 5,600 followers on my Siobhan account on Blue Sky. Can you imagine if each person, say 3,500, okay, I have over 5,500, so 3,500, 2/3 of my followers, okay, each person gave $1 to whatever, to Joey's fundraiser to Joanna's fundraiser to Jasmine's fundraiser, split it up, whatever. Okay. Suddenly they got an influx and they got $3,000. Now, I think Joanna is on the official disabled list, so she has to be careful how much money she can pull in. Okay, Joey's not. And Jasmine's definitely not. Okay. So, oh, here we go, finally. So, any amount that you want to send them, again, they're on my Facebook. I'm going to be doing another fundraiser next week, and I will have it better organized. I was going to say organized for this to happen. I'll have like their names going across the screen and blah 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 and all that BS. Okay, but let's see, where am I at here? I'm level 2. Yeah, I'm level 2. There's 3 levels.
You're so close.
You said I was so close the last time.
You have a breath on my skin. The anticipation again.
Whatever, shut up, bitch. The anticipation. Whatever. Let's see. Mangler of Heroes. Not in this case, bitch. Aw. Did him get blown up? Tisk tisk. Anyway. So, back to the game for a little bit. So, this is, like I said, if anybody tuned in late or whatever, this is Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. The difference being, they always do this thing with the shiny stuff, which is the lightning blast, which I'm partially immune to, so whatever. Ooh, look, money. So, give me a second here. The differences between them are that the Diablo 3 is just Diablo 3. So like Asmodan is not the Billy Badass boss of the game. Okay. He is a boss, but he's not the Billy Badass boss. He's the boss for this act. Okay. Which is Act 2. Or 3, I forget which.
You see that enemy over there? Let us cleanse it from this land.
Oh, come on. Really? Any damn way. Whoops, fire. Fire, fire, fire. Sorry. Regress to a Beavis and Butthead moment. So, like I said, the difference being that, you have another act. So there's Act 3 acts, I think, in this one. Diablo is the main badass in this one. Okay, and he is badass. Okay, I'm not saying he's not, and I'm gonna probably die at least once or twice. Now this should do me to checkpoint or whatever. Shut up. Get away. Tower of the Damned. Is that 3 or just Tower of the Damned? Tower of the Cursed. Excuse me. That's like the main tower or whatever. It's the last level for this. So the badass in this game is, the ultimate badass is Diablo himself. Okay. However, see, there's the guy that, oh look, it's BDSM demon. I think there's a waypoint here, I can't remember. Maybe not. And then there's a checkpoint. And down there is where Billy Badass is. Let's see, what am I... Oh, shit.
No, I will not do that.
What the fuck? I forgot. Because the thing is, I have so much stuff that if I beat, which I will eventually, but if I beat Asmodan and whatever the fuck her name is, I forget. Oh, I can't go that way either. Damn. Okay, so let's see. Let's move this over a little bit. What is this? No, that's not what I wanted to do. It generates 264 life per second. You know what? I'm going to put that on there for the moment. Bows, whatever, 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 whatever. Let's see, magic, 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 magic. This can go here. Try to make some space here. There. Okay. Because all that's just low level smuck shit, and I just sell it for gold, and I have, how much gold do I have? Almost 200 grand. So I'm not worried about that. Okay. Come to mama. And I'm going to turn this up just a hair. So that y'all can hear the dialogue a little better.
Oh yeah. I've been looking forward to this.
She wants me. I know she does.
If you keep this up, I might get upset. Why are you hurting me? Shh. I eat you now. I will break every bone in your body.
You ain't breaking shit, bitch. That was easier than I thought. Wow. Now I know Asmodan's going to appear here, I think. Isn't he? Maybe?
Ash chokes the air and our enemies come for us in droves. But you are undaunted. This truly is your destiny.
Oh, this must be Asmodan here. Maybe? If it's another 3 levels, I'm gonna... The core of area. Yeah, so this is Asmodan, I'm pretty sure. Maybe, possibly, could be, would be, should be. There's a waypoint. Yay!
Not for long.
Come here, you little punk ass bitch. I got something for your ass. I got a magic crossbow. How about that? Oh, lordy, lordy. Like, really? I wonder...
We make a fine team.
Sure we do. I wonder if you, if I got a rainbow goblin here, or a goblin, can I go to town now?
I need to go back.
Yes, I can. Oh, so I just have to beat that boss. Okay. So I can get rid of a bunch of shit. Okay, whatever. So, let's go to Mr. Merchant. What the hell is that? Captain Supply Chest?
Day 9. Young Commander Calderos believes that the demonic scourge will flee before a bloody show of Rise's force.
Yeah.
He
Whatever.
intends to lead a charge from our fortifications
Okay,
tomorrow.
so let's see.
Calderos can commit suicide by stupidity if he wants. But I'll
No,
be
I don't
damned
want
if I
that.
send my lads with him.
Rare crossbow. I don't use crossbows. I use hand crossbows, but not crossbows. Rare cloak. 2 sockets. Increase hatred. Yeah, I want that one. I don't care about the bow. Don't care about the cloak. Bassinet of impaling. No. Boots. 105 dex. Increased elemental arrow damage. No. Flag. Oh, that's a spear. I don't care about spears. And X's on the things that I can't own anyway. Square ruby. Wow. I didn't know that they had square stuff. Okay, so boots. No. What is this? Quiver. No, I don't use quivers because that's for full-size crossbows. Rare shoulders. That's. I'm gonna keep that. Let's see, what is this? Rare pants. You got, say, 19 dex, 59 dex, vitality, increases entangling, and it's a socket. No. It's got a socket ring, crit damage, vitality, gold resistance. I'll keep it. Let's see, what is this? Magic belt regenerates 168 life. Temporarily, I'll keep it. Square diamond. 30% resistance to all elements. Socketed amulet. Maybe. Belt. No. Hungry no damage. No. Rare chest armor. Spike trap. No, I don't need spike trap. So much for that one. Regenerates 263 per life. Yeah, no. Increases wood damage by witch doctor, intelligence. Temporarily, we will keep that. What is this? Amulet Dex. I was going to keep that. Okay. Rare Cloak. 202 life. Temporarily, we'll keep that. And then last but not least, gloves. Dex, vitality, cooldown, no. Okay. Oh, lordy. So this, the game, I bought this under what they call a battle chest, which is, usually that means it's like a bundle. There's, 2 or 3 different, usually 3 at least, different things that you can get for the battle chest. And the game itself was let me keep that here. I'll leave those for now. I'll check them out later. The game itself was it's like $35 or $40, whatever, regular price. But they had it on sale, so it was half price for the bundle. So instead of $80, it was $40. No, excuse me, $20. Instead of $40, it was $20. $19.99, whatever. So I bought it. So it's got the Diablo 3, which is this. It's got the Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls expansion, which is the badass boss in that is Malthael, the Angel of Death, and then it's got where you can be a Necromancer. And I might do Necromancer. Demon Hunter is my favorite class, you know, because I love crossbows. But I might do Necromancer because you can also, you know, raise skeletons. You can have like your own little army following around with skeletons and golems and whatever. So, okay, so are we all done with that then? We're all done with that. So let's go. Let's go kill us an Asmodan. Here I come to slay your day. If there's 3, I swear I'm gonna. It says the core, so we'll see. Enlightened. Extra amount of experience points. Ooh, cool. I don't know what I'm picking up, but. I just wish that now you use an energy. Almost all the characters have like a special energy bank, I guess you could call it, in some way, shape, or form. And they use it. Oh, there we go. Good. It was short. They use it for that.
Just a little further, and then we will vanquish the darkness forever.
Mine is called Hatred, because according to the lore of the character, she was like her whole town was wiped out, her family was wiped out, or whatever, and so other demon hunters found her half dead, nursed her back to health. Heart of Sin. Come here, you asshole. Nursed her back to health, and then I wonder if I can go back to town.
That would not be wise.
Didn't think so. Anyway, nursed her back to health, and you know, so that's when she, you know, that's what she's focused the rest of her life on is, you know, hunting demons. So let's get to Papa A. There we go.
Nephilim, fool. When the soul stone is embedded in my flesh, the 7 shall be as one within me. I will be the
Nephilim
son of all hells,
is
the prime
it's
evil.
sort of angel/human hybrid. Yeah. Blah blah blah.
Arrogant Nephilim, enough. The dark power of arrogant Nephilim. My servants will
I heard you the first time. Arrogant Nephilim. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna watch him die. Wow, that was quick. Ooh, I got something orange. Yay, orange. Orange is the highest level of magic in the game.
We've done it. Quickly now, Leah. Trap Asmodan's essence within the Soul Stone.
Dun 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 dun.
It's done.
I never dared dream. All evil lies trapped within that stone. Once it is destroyed, the eternal conflict will finally end.
Destroying the stone is no simple matter.
There are rituals to consider. We must return to the keep and make our final preparations.
Okay, I was still in the middle of picking up treasure, so you better not. Yeah, there we go. I was like, don't take away my orange from me. I don't know what all this stuff is. Don't really care at the moment. This says rank. Is that what it says? I guess I take. Is there a chest or something? No. 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 Crossbow, whatever. Can I go back to town?
I am returning
Yes.
to town.
Okay. Who was that? No, stop. Lieutenant Laval.
An incredible victory. I knew Athmadan could never stand up to the likes of you.
Yeah, kick his ass.
And Tyrion.
They're all in the armory, no doubt celebrating. You should join them.
No doubt celebrating. Sure they are. How much space have I got? Okay. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Oh, they're in the armory. What?
Adria, when did you decide to betray us?
20 years ago, a great and terrible power drew me to Tristram. But Aiden, Leoric's eldest son, defeated that power and sought to contain it within his own flesh.
Dun, 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 dun.
The Dark Wanderer.
It was Diablo I saw within him, and I pledged myself to his service. Now, at last, his grand design comes to fruition. Dear Leah, Deckard always suspected your true father was Diablo himself.
Uh-oh.
And now, my daughter, you shall serve as his vessel.
What do they say on Murray? And the paternity test said that was a lie. Oh no, you're a demon. Demon child.
I live. But I am more than I once was. The 7 evils are now one within me.
Oh.
I am the bride evil. Well done, faithful Adria. Go now, until I call upon you again. Now, at last, to my true goal, the one that has always eluded me, the utter destruction of the high heaven.
That's what it was. It's been a while since I played this game. So the wages of sin. So I guess I enter the portal to heaven? Why not? Do you wish to travel to the next act? Yes. Even as a high level of graphics and whatever I have it on the max. It shows pixelated for some reason.
Angels can still feel fear.
My old enemy.
did him get cut on the face. Ow. Motherfucker. Whoops. That's gonna leave a mark.
Take one last look at your shining heaven, Imperious. For soon, nothing of it shall remain but my laughter.
Well, that's definitely gonna leave a mark. Oh. Hello. There we go. Act 4. That's right. It's 5 acts that I get
Leah
with.
has betrayed us and killed her own daughter. Leah was used as a host for Diablo's rebirth as the prime evil. Now all the power
I mean, great
of
cinematics.
hell answers to him alone. The high heavens themselves break under his assault.
Oh no.
For the angels cannot withstand the depth of his corruption. Only I can.
The Diamond Gates. Now, what's kind of funny is that, okay, that's where we came through.
Heavens, what have we done?
Imperious, you cannot need to face Diablo again. Your wounds are barely healed. The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael. And you, Nephilim, look below and see what your kind has wrought.
This will be difficult.
This will be difficult. That's kind of an
The
understatement.
Diamond Gates have stood since the light first broke over the high heavens. Now they lie in ruins. Imperious is right. I am the cause of this.
Don't let his words deceive you. Diablo planned it all from the very beginning. You are not at fault.
Long ago, my brethren and I voted to decide the fate of man. I cast the final vote that spared you from extinction. Now humanity has birthed the prime evil.
No, we were betrayed, and now we must make amends. We must stand and fight. Isn't that why you became mortal? If you will not join me, I shall go on alone.
Yeah.
But you don't understand. Hope has been silenced.
Dire tidings indeed.
What is this? This is the Vestibule of Light. So I guess I go here? Oh. I think this is gonna be the last cutscene.
Gaze upon the destruction I have wrought. It will be the last thing you see. Scatter, destroy the Nephilim.
Like your little punk asses gonna do it.
I do not fear you, Nephilim. You fight only death in this eternal realm. The armies of hell
Blah 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 blah. I guess I gotta kill these little schmucks until Mr. Badass comes along. Damn. Gotta get out of that corner. Come here, little punk ass bitch. And the little ones are no big deal.
You won't survive that gun.
Aw. Did you die? Tisk tisk.
Closer to my ultimate victory.
Yeah. Every time you defeat me, I beat your ass. That's what I do. Okay. See if I can go back to town.
I need to go back.
Yep. We're gonna sell shit, whatever, and then I think I'm gonna call it a day. So let's go
Got
to.
some new items. We can't all be warriors. Someone needs to
Again,
sell
I can't use the X stuff. 182 hatred regeneration. I like that one. We'll see. Dex vitality regeneration. No. No. Rare hand crossbow. It's socketed. Damage. I'll have to see about that one. Gloves. Jesus. Yeah. Regenerate 180 life per second versus regenerate 300 life per second. No, I don't need that. Whatever, I don't care about magic crossbow. Socketed, magic cloak, one socket. No. Don't care about bows. Don't care about crossbows. Okay. We're going to repair.
I can't do that.
Oh. What is this? Regenerate 200 and some odd life per second. The belt? That'll work. And keep that. So I gotta find out what this orange thingy is that I found. Didn't even realize I had one. Ring, legendary ring, dex, vitality, attack speed, cooldown, gain 60% movement speed for 4 seconds after feeling an enemy. What the hell that is. Better dex, but I'll save that. So let's see. I'll find my stash, which is somewhere here. It is. Okay, so '30 strength. How do I get the Herodric Cube? That's the thing. Okay. So let me go back to my OBS. 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 Where are you? Wherefore art thou, OBS? Okay. So that was Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls. Like I said, the names are right now are Joey Takshahushte and Joanna Roberts. They are on my Facebook. I will be making a pinned thread, either featured or whatever, in the groups and whatever that I belong to, where you can donate to them. There's a few others. There's the GoFundMe for my baby mama. There's a GoFundMe for a friend of mine in India who's really struggling right now. She only needs temporary help. She's working. Her partner lost her job, so her partner isn't working right now. Hold on a second. I'm getting the heck in the world? I saw that one. Okay, so anyway, Joey Hoshte and Joanna Roberts, they're both on my Facebook. You know, if you're on my friends list, you can see it. And if you look in my friends list, you'll see them listed there. I'm going to have a pinned or featured post where it's got information in each post for each person. So I can have more than one. I could have 20. I don't care. It's going to be a mutual aid post. So I want to thank those who did show up. Let's see. We got the live. Where the heck is my Twitch? Here you go, Twitch. There it is. It's all on Vivaldi. I don't know why I had 3 separate things, whatever, but it's all on Vivaldi. Anyway, that's funny because now it's crooked. Is that weird? Is that supposed to be like that? Oh, there we go. Okay, it was just the screen was or the browser was minimized too much. Oh, and I also love my shirt. It says, never mind, I handled it. It's got supposedly blood all over it. My personality. But, so I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be more prepared next week, but I will be doing this every week, at least a couple hours. Charity stream. And each time I will put a list of names that you can go to my Facebook and find that you can donate to. If it's $20, if it's $10, if it's $5, you know, they'd appreciate whatever help you can give them. In this economy and with, you know, marginalized, especially with marginalized groups, because every single person that is on my list of people to put on my list for mutual aid is in a marginalized group in some way, shape, or form. More than one. You know, I belong to technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different marginalized communities. My ass is white. Imagine if it was non-white, you know, then and all that shit would be further exacerbated. Because if you think white disabled people are treated poorly in this country, try being a black or another person of color, indigenous, whatever, disabled person in this country, and see how well you get along. So, thank everybody who showed up. Thank everybody who popped in and out, whatever. Thank you who might pop in later, who can donate. Please share it. I have, at least currently, I have my needs met for the moment. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. As long as I can continue to do so, I will continue to do this. Probably just a couple hours a day on Saturdays. I may combine them again like I did this time, or I may just do gaming. One game in particular, for example, and then there's another game that I like to play, which is called Palia. It's a building, crafting, creating game. I might do that for the GoFundMe's, for the mutual aid type things, because it's a more laid back game. There's no stress on stopping and doing whatever, because you're not fighting creatures, you're not attacking creatures, you're just building stuff, gathering stuff and building stuff. So, and I like that because it's kind of a chill game. So is Sable. Sable's a little more, if you're stoned, you really like Sable. So, all right. So I'm gonna head out. Thank you very much for those who have been here. Thank you for those who might pop in later. Share it on Facebook, share it on Blue Sky, share it on Instagram, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on Facebook, I am on Threads, I'm all over the freaking place. And like I said, thehouseofconnor.gaeilge. That way I don't need to name everything. Everything is there. All my books are there, my stickers are there, my t-shirts are there, my mutual aid stuff is there, for different people. My cartoon strips, my whatever. So, where are we? All right. So,